Welcome to Kat's Kitchen and welcome to episode 3 of my Dutch Bros Like Kat series. In this series, I'm recreating all of the Dutch Bros coffee shop drinks so you can save some money. And if you don't have a Dutch Bros in your area or you've never been to Dutch Bros, that's okay. This series is really just meant to give you some flavor combo inspiration so you can make some fun coffees, teas, energy drinks, blended frappe drinks at home. So today, Day 3, we are doing a Dutch Bros The Bob. Why it's called The Bob, I honestly have no idea. I saw some people calling it the Bob Marley, but on the Dutch Bros website, it's just called The Bob. And the flavors you need to make the Bob are coconut syrup, creme de banana, and dark chocolate sauce. Dutch Bros does use Torani syrups and sauces, so that is perfect because that's all I own. I love Torani. Torani is my favorite syrup and sauce brand. I think they have great quality syrups, great flavors. They have sugar-free options. They have pureed options, which are like no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, non-GMO. So they have options depending on your personal preference. But these are the 3 syrup flavors you need for this flavor combo: coconut, banana, dark chocolate. And today we're gonna do 2 versions of the drink. One is a breve version, meaning we're using half and half. And then the second is their freeze version. So kind of like a frappe. So let's get started on the breve version first. Things you'll need: Torani coconut syrup. I only own the sugar-free version of it, so totally fine. You can use all sugar-free versions. You can use all regular, whatever you have, whatever you prefer. I mix and match just because I'm using what I have. I have sugar-free coconut. I have the regular creme de banana. I do like this one a lot. It tastes like the banana runt candies or like a banana Laffy Taffy. So delish. And then the dark chocolate sauce. You could also use like Hershey's chocolate syrup if you wanted, or whatever mocha chocolate sauce or syrup you like. And then we need espresso because it's a breve. A breve is espresso and half. I'm gonna use my Nespresso machine. I have the, I don't know if you can see, Nespresso Virtuo Plus, this baby right here. And then I'm using 1 pod of the double espresso Cairo or Chiro. I never know. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me if it's Chiro or Cairo. I'm not sure. It's a double espresso pod, meaning espresso, and double espresso, meaning a double shot pod, 2 shots of espresso. I'm just popping the pod in and then pushing start. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I like the double espresso Chiro, and also the double espresso Dolce pods. Then half and half. Breve, espresso, and half. If you want to do a dairy-free version, Nut Pods has a dairy-free half and half that I think is delicious. It's an almond coconut milk blend. If you want to do a non-dairy version, use dairy-free half and half, or you can use, or you can just make it this as a latte instead of a breve and use milk. Almond milk, oat milk, cow's milk, whatever milk you like. We're doing the breve version today. So while that is going, this is a 16-ounce cup. The Dutch Bros medium is a 24-ounce cup, but I always feel like their breves, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't spill over. I always feel like their breves are way too creamy and milky, even their lattes, like way too much milk. So because I prefer a more coffee-forward breve or latte, I'm gonna do it in a 16-ounce cup. You can absolutely do a 24-ounce cup. You can add more milk, or you can add another shot or double shot of espresso. I'm doing a double shot in a 16-ounce cup, but of course, feel free to adjust to your preferences. First going in, Torani dark chocolate sauce, about half a tablespoon or so of this. Ooh, okay then. Nice. Love that. Torani creme de banana. I love the smell of that one. It literally smells like banana runt candy. I do a 1/4 tablespoon to a half a tablespoon. The banana is pretty potent, but it's not like super duper overpowering. And then coconut. This is the 3 flavors of the Bob. And then I'm adding in the espresso, double shot of espresso from the Nespresso machine. And then we mix. The espresso coming out of the Nespresso machine is hot. So if you don't want to use plastic cups, don't use plastic cups. You can also make espresso using instant espresso. You can use a mocha pot, AeroPress, espresso machine. However you get espresso, doesn't matter. Make your espresso and then start adding in your syrups and sauce and then add in the espresso. But just because you don't own an espresso machine doesn't mean you can't make this recipe, okay? I wanna make that, yum. I wanna make it clear that I'm using my Nespresso, but you don't have to. You can pretend I used instant espresso and then added that in, or I used a mocha pot. However you make espresso is awesome, is perfect. You can make this exact same recipe using another form of, or another method of espresso making. If you're unsure of how to make espresso at home, no biggie. I have multiple videos and blog posts, and I will link them in the description below to give you some pointers on how to make espresso. Next going in is the half and half. I do about 4 to 6-ish ounces, which is perfect because I'm out. Again, feel free to add more. Feel free to add less. I don't like it too milky. This is a really pretty Breve color for me. Still looks latte-ish, right? You can still see the espresso and then ice on top. I like doing ice last because the espresso is hot, especially coming out of a Nespresso machine. And so I like to combine espresso and then milk first to cool down that espresso quite a bit. So cool down that espresso and then add the ice. That way your ice isn't just melting right away. I give it a good stir until the entire cup and drink is cold to the touch. So give it a good mix. It's nice and cold now. Stunning. And ta-da! Dutch Bros the Bob Breve. Taste test. Hot diggity. Whew! Oh my gosh. This is phenomenal. Wowee. This is really, really, really good. Wow. The banana with chocolate, delish. And then a very subtle kiss of coconut. So very deliciously creamy. Yeah. That is fantastic. I'm sure it'll also be delicious and fantastic as a latte. Sorry, I'm salivating. That is really, really, really yum. All right, I'm gonna tuck her away in a Java sock. If you haven't heard about Java socks, they're little sleeves that go on your iced drinks to keep the coffee cold. And then it keeps the condensation, like sweatiness, off of your table, your desk, out of your cup holders, etc. So I like to put it in a Java sock if I'm not gonna just down my coffee or soda or whatever right away. I do have a code for them. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. I love them. I use them every day. Very much recommend a Java sock. All right, let me gather the other ingredients for the freeze version, and then we'll make a Dutch Bros the Bob freeze. All right, now for the freeze version of this drink, keeping all of the syrups and the sauce the same. Again, about half a tablespoon or so of the coconut syrup, 1/4 to half tablespoon of the banana syrup. This one's yum. All of these are really yum. And the dark chocolate sauce. Yes, queen. And then I'm gonna add in a cup of 2% milk. You can use whatever milk you like. Next is xanthan gum powder. This is just a thickener. Lots of places use xanthan gum as a thickener for their blended beverages because it just improves the overall texture of the frappe or the freeze. And I really do think this is key, like absolutely key to elevating your at-home blended drinks. If you're like, something is missing with my at-home frappes, at-home freezes, this baby is key. Like I promised, I did my research. Starbucks uses this in their frappes, every single one. Costs 10-ish bucks, and I've had this forever. Like I think I'm going on year 2, year 3 with this. I think this is like year 3. And I still have so much in here, okay? Xanthan gum, you need it, it'll be linked in the description. And then instant coffee. With the Breve, we used liquid espresso. For frappe beverages, I very, very much recommend using a coffee powder, whether that's espresso powder or instant coffee powder, okay? some of my faves, the Chamberlain Coffee Wildcat Instant. I like this one. They're little packets like this. It's about it's about 2 teaspoons. What is this? 3 grams. 3 grams of coffee. Not a lot. I like using instant powder instead of liquid because you get a stronger coffee flavor without it watering down the drink, without it being hot espresso melting the ice. I've just noticed that it gives a better overall taste, less watery, less icy, you know, less melty. So I use instant, but you can use freshly brewed espresso. Just know that you should do a little bit less milk. If you're gonna do, you know, like 2.5 ounces of espresso is about a double shot. So I would do 4 to 6 ounces of milk instead of the full 8, okay? But I very much recommend using instant if you have it, if you can get it for the blended beverages. I also like the Cafe Bustelo Instant Espresso. They come in little packets like this, about the same size, 2.6 grams. So yeah, they're about the same size. These are 2.6. You could also use the Cafe Bustelo. If you're using this, I use half a tablespoon to a tablespoon. Obviously, the more you use, the stronger the coffee it's gonna taste like, or the stronger coffee flavor. And then I also like the Nescafe Gold. This is also an instant powder. This is a lighter roast than the Cafe Bustelo. So if you don't like a super like bold dark roast coffee, Nescafe Gold would be your best bet. You can get this off of Amazon. And same thing, I would do about half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of this. Probably lean more towards half a tablespoon though, just because that's closer to 3 grams. Whew, I'm like talking fast. Rapid fire. All right, let's open this bad boy. I'm using the Chamberlain one. The last time I checked for it online, I did not see it. So I'm sorry. That's why I try to give you some options. But you can honestly use any of these. I just happened to grab this one today. Just what I was feeling. And then last up is some ice. I always do 1 cup of liquid to 1.5 cups of ice. So this is a cup and a half. You could always, you know, add more ice if needed. Where's my lid? And then we blend. Blend it up, baby. All right, you know it's done when in the blender everything is like folding over on top of each other, okay? You don't want like it to be stuck and the bottom is blending. You know it's ready when all 4 corners, you know, are like folded in. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what this is, right? You know what this is. That's how you know it's done. All right, and for this one, I am using a medium size, you know, cup. This is a 24-ounce cup. Coco's hair everywhere, all the time, every day. And frappe going in. Look at this texture. Look at that texture. So delicious and fab. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Coco's hair is literally everywhere. What on earth? What happened to these cups? Salivating. Taste test. I'm so sorry for the slurping, if that bothers you. I brought a straw. I'm sorry. Phenomenal. Love. Which one do I like better? I don't know. I think I like the freeze best. Did I call it a frost? I think I called it a frost. Maybe not. I don't know. Wow. That's delicious. Like, actually delicious. Both of these are 12 out of 10. I very much like the Breve version, but the blended one is just almost like a chocolate smoothie with banana. And then subtle hints of coconut. To make it a little bit more fun, you can add whipped cream on top. You could drizzle the dark chocolate sauce around in the cup if you want. That would be pretty and fun. So there you go. Dutch Bros, the Bob Breve and the Bob Freeze. Absolutely fantastic. You have to try them, especially if you have these syrups, or maybe if you have one of them and you're looking for a new one to get. Any of the 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got inspired to try a new flavor combo or make your favorite, the Bob Dutch Bros drink at home. For day 4 in this series, I'm gonna do the salted caramel protein latte. and then the salted caramel protein mocha. There are newer drinks at Starbucks. Why do I keep doing that? They're newer drinks at Dutch Bros, and they have protein in them. So we'll make those for day 4. I will see you next time for day 4 in the series. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah! Got a blast!